Hey friends, welcome to Free Game Friday. It's attorney Ashley Goggins here at Ashley Goggins Law. We help fathers with family law matters. We help fathers obtain their rights, and have equal rights just like the mother does. We also help moms too. We do not discriminate. This is a family law firm, criminal defense, and some auto accidents, but we are here for Free Game Friday. First of all, if you know any father, our mother, our grandparent, our boyfriend, our husband, our ex-boyfriend, our friend, our neighbor that needs information on family law matters, specifically if they are a father, please let them know that they can ask their questions at www.freegamefriday.com. Also, share this out on your page right now, which is what I am about to do, because you never know who may need this information. You never know who wants information on filing their taxes each year, which is what we're talking about today. We have actually a mother that submitted this question to me. So I'm going to share this out on my personal page. So if you are coming on or if you are watching the replay, go ahead and share this out with your friends and family members to your personal pages. Okay. So again, it's Ashley Goggins. We're here for Free Game Friday. You can submit your questions at www.freegamefriday.com, which is right in the link of this video. And today we have a submitted question. So I'm going to read the question just like I always do. I am taking this, I'm looking at my computer, taking this directly verbatim. Okay, so the question is, I would like free game on who has the right to file the child on as a dependent on the taxes. My son's father believes because I previously allowed him to file our son on his taxes that he has the right to file. I also have other children, so he for sure believes that he has the right to file my children. I've tried to explain to him that that isn't the case and that the judge will not side with him. He believes that because he gives me $300 a month for our son, he will get the exemption. But he doesn't keep or live with his father. I have my son 365 nights. If he comes to see the child, he sees the child at my home and visits him at my home. Oh, wow. So that was a little long, but that was good context and good information. So what do you guys think? Before we even get into the actual advice or the information that I'm going to give you all, who do you think should get the tax exemption? And this is a hypothetical. If the father takes care of the child financially all year long, should the father be able to get the child tax exemption? If he financially provides, should he be able to get the dependent child tax exemption every year? Okay, that's one option. He should get it every year because he is the financial provider. But the child lives with the mother all year long, but does not make more than the father. What do you guys think? Because this scenario, I don't know how much money she makes, but I do know that she has she has other children that she can file. So this father, I imagine, only has one child and he wants the tax exemption every year. Do you believe that he should get it since he is financially providing, even though the child does not stay overnight or spend the nights with the child? So while you are voting, please put in the comment what you believe is right, because they can alternate, okay? So just to give you a little background, the IRS states that if a child lives with one parent, called the custodial parent, 6 months and 1 day out of the year, that parent can claim the child on the taxes, okay? That's what the IRS rule says. Now, with the divorce, say for instance, you were staying with both mother and father last year. So this is for the previous year. The child, all 2018, stayed with both mom and dad. Who gets the exemption? We all stayed in the same house together. We were married. Who gets the exemption? Well, if you are married, technically, if you guys were married, either one of you could file the exemption. It really depends on who was first. because you guys stayed in the same home. I don't know if you filed married filing joint or married filing separately, but technically both could file, and it would depend on who filed first. Now, if you guys were unmarried, but staying together, the mother is still technically the custodial parent if the father doesn't have his rights, which is why the fathers need to get their rights. Because when we do paternity petitions in actual judicial court, I make sure that my fathers get the tax exemption every other year. Because if you have a court order, you can bypass the rule, okay? If you have a court order, you file a form called the 8332 form. And that form, the mother or the custodial parent will have to sign that, stating that every other year this person will file the child, because we have a court order saying so. So if you have joint custody, or if you have like a 60-40 split, and you have the child over 6 months and 1 day out of the year per a court order, then you guys can alternate. I believe that that is fair. I believe that that is what should happen, and I believe that when fathers are not taking advantage and they work hard and they financially provide for their child, as well as have their children on a consistent basis, sometimes even more than the mother custodial parent, they should be entitled to that child tax exemption. What do you guys think? Is that fair to you, or do you believe that the mothers should always receive the child tax exemption? What do you think? This particular situation, the mother has more children, so she can always file. Now also, what if you and your child's mother have multiple children? Well, if we were doing a multiple children action, then you would get one child every year and she would get one child every year. And then if it's 3 children, the third child would alternate. See, this is the beauty of going to court. You know, you get all of your rights, especially if you have somebody advocating. I see people that are actually divorced and the father is paying all this money and he didn't know to ask about the child tax exemption. And it's very hard to go back and get a modification. So you need to make sure that that is something that you are requesting, or if you know someone, they need to request it. If you don't have a court order, you can be penalized by the IRS. And technically, if you're an unmarried father, you are considered the non-custodial parent until such time you have a court order. Simple. It's simple. It's simple. What do you guys think about the rules? Do you think that it should go to whoever keeps the child majority of the time? What if the father is a truck driver and he never is able to have the children overnight, but he pays a substantial amount in child support? Should he be able to get the child tax exemption? If you don't believe that he should, why not? What if the mother is letting someone else claim the kids? If you have a court order, and she doesn't want to sign, you can get a court order making her sign the form that you have the right to file the child. And that is what the IRS will go by. Whatever is on that form is called an 8332 form. And they can be audited and penalized for that. If they're filing them when you're supposed to be filing. All you have to do is submit your court order. Anybody have any questions about that? Anybody have any questions? So when you are figuring out your time sharing schedule, when you are figuring out child support and you're doing a full paternity action, which is why doing a full paternity action is the best route and not going through Department of Revenue, because the Department of Revenue does not have jurisdiction to tell you, number one, when you can see your children, and number two, doesn't have jurisdiction to determine who claims the child on the taxes. So it's easier to me that you go through the court. So just to answer you guys' question, legally, if the father goes and requests to claim the child through a paternity action, every other year, generally, if he has the children a substantial time sharing with the child, he should be able to claim the children every other year. If you guys have more than one child, then each parent will get one child and claim every year. The third child or the odd child will be alternated between each parent. So in 2018, mom can carry both children. In 2019, mom carries one, dad carries two. It alternates, just like that. If you guys have one child, even years go to father, odd years go to mother, or vice versa. That is what will happen. Do you guys believe that that's fair? That if the father financially provides for the child? Let me know your feedback. Let me know your feedback. Do you think that that's fair, that they alternate? Because I believe that that's fair. I believe that that's fair. Especially if he's financially providing, he should be able to get that child tax exemption. If you guys have if you guys have 4 kids, then one parent will get 2 children, and the other parent will get 2 children. That's just how it works, okay? When the child reaches the age of majority, that's a modification, okay? Some people are sticklers about this because it helps out, you know. That's the reason why they have these exemptions and these deductions, okay? So that's definitely something that you want to think about. If you do not have any rights to claiming your child, please reach out to us. Give us a call. We're more than happy to help you with the paternity action so that you can have parental responsibility, so that you can have basically all the benefits related thereto: custody, time sharing, parental responsibility, and get your rights. You know, you have rights, and you're entitled to them if you ask for them, okay? All right, so again, every week, www.freegamefriday.com. We are right here. We answer the questions that are submitted to us. If you don't submit, we cannot answer. So submit your questions. Make sure you share this video out. It's tax season. People are filing their taxes. Our people are getting prepared for next year, okay? 6 months out of the year. Hey, listen. We got a lot of 6 months left out of these years, including this year. So if you need to establish time sharing with your child, better now than later, okay? So again, go with Goggins, tell a friend, share this video out, like, comment. If you have any questions about anything that I said, you can put them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to come back and answer them for you. As always, I appreciate the shares, the likes, the comments, the referrals. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. If you have any other ideas or things you want me to talk about, you can put them in the comments. All right, you guys have a happy Friday. Thanks for tuning in.